printy people. Today we're going to be doing some screen printing with a twist, because we're going to be using an embroidery hoop, a pair of old tights and a library card to make screen prints.
So you're going to start by cutting off the ends of your tights and then squeezing that over the inside hoop of your embroidery hoop, so the smaller hoop, and pull it tightly so that it's nice and taut against the hoop. Be really careful when you do this because it can ladder. You could even go as far as to sand the inside of your hoop first, and then you put that inside the larger hoop, pulling away at the tights carefully to tighten it, and then adjusting the screw to tighten the hoop. So you do need to make sure that it's pretty tight when you're doing this. You want it to be kind of like a drum. So keep pulling away at the sides, going around the edges, and then screwing it a little bit more, tightening it up. And then once you're happy with it, you can cut the excess bit off and carefully trim the top layer. You will have 2 layers and you're going to cut away at this layer, but leave enough so that you've got some at the edges to pull and tighten, and continue to tighten until it's really nice and tight and drum-like. And there we go. Your screen is prepped. So now it's time to prepare your image. So I'm going to use some text for mine, a little pep talk, keep going. And I've sketched it out on paper first with a Sharpie. And then I'm going to draw this on with PVA glue. So you can draw your image first with pencil or a pen onto the mesh of the screen, into the tights bit. And this will act as a guide so that you know where to glue. So basically what you need to do is glue everywhere except for where you want the paint to go through. In this case, I need to paint glue all around the edges of my letters and then glue away. So you can see that I'm going around the edges of the letters. The best thing to do is to apply a thin layer of paint, allow that to dry, and then go over it again. And you'll find that you need to keep turning your screen over as you're doing this, because big lumps of glue might arise on one side, and then you flip it over and smooth that down and then flip it back. And whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to make a paper stencil too, cutting that out of newsprint with an X-Acto knife. So if you do this, remember to keep the letters that you cut out to one side, as you can use them for an additional stencil. And then once your screen is dry, once the glue is all dry, you can get going with printing it. So you need to apply a thin layer of paint with a paintbrush to the top of your screen above where your image is. And then you're going to use a library card to squeeze the paint through. The library card acts as your squeegee. So squeeze down, all the way down to the bottom of the screen, and then lift that up. And you might find that on the first go, you've got quite a bit of bleeding like I have here, where the paint has come through in areas that you didn't want. Sometimes this happens on a first or second attempt with screen printing, but actually if you keep going, you can find that you can overcome some of these problems. So keep proofing it, as it were. And there are some things that you can do if you keep having issues like this. So you can use masking tape to cover up where it's coming through to make it a cleaner image. So I'm going to do that now. And then just trim the masking tape off so it's not sticking out, and then continue printing. So it's good to print on paper and fabric if you got it to hand. I've got some nice big newsprint here that I'm printing on, but you can print on any surface really that's flat. So once you have some more successful prints, you can get experimenting with this. And have a go at pulling the paint through in different ways. You might find that different directions are more successful depending on how big your card is that you're squeezing it through with. So I found that actually going horizontally was more effective with this design because of the way that the lettering was arranged. So So once it's printing well, just keep going and do as many as you want to. The great thing about screen printing is that you can do so much so quickly. And it's definitely worth persevering with this, because even if you have some first smudgy attempts, if you just keep going, you'll improve the pressure and figure it out. So I'm going to print it on fabric, I'm going to print it on an old tea towel, and then once you've done that, you can clean your screen out, discard that stencil. I'm going to make a new screen here, and then I'm going to use the paper stencil that I prepared earlier and see how that compares. So it's much faster to do a paper stencil than the glued stencil, but it has a totally different effect. So actually this came out pretty crisp. I was pretty pleased with that. So now that I've done my proof, I'm just going to keep printing that as many times as I want on paper and then on fabric, and I'm going to overlap it on top of the prints that I did before and see how that turns out. So I've washed out my screen and now I'm going to use those letters. Remember the letters that you saved from before? I'm going to use them now to make my next print. So you might find that you need to put a little bit of extra paper, some paper strips around the edge of these letters, just so that you don't have excess of paint going through around the sides of the screen. And then exactly the same, I'm going to put my paint at the top and then squeegee it through. See how that turns out. But hey, I'm really pleased with how that came out. It's pretty crisp. So same again, I'm just going to keep going with this one, and I'm going to overlap it on top of some of the blueprints that I did before, see if I can get a third colour coming through, because that's when the really interesting stuff happens with screen printing. It's where you get that colour overlap and something unexpected happens. So let's take a look. Oh, nice. I'm going to keep going with this. And now I'm just going to do a monoprint with it. So you can use paintbrush and you can mix colours directly on the screen with a paintbrush, pushing it through. So you do need to apply a little bit of pressure to push the paint through and mix those colours together on the screen to get a gradient effect. So that turned out really nice. I'm going to do that again here. This time I'm going to do kind of a radial gradient, getting lighter as we go in. So you can really experiment with these screen prints. Just like a proper screen, they behave very much like a normal screen print, just on a smaller scale. But embroidery hoops do come in a range of sizes. So if you have success with this and you have larger embroidery hoops, you can keep going and try it on larger ones. So sometimes that happens, that the paper stencil comes off and sticks to the paper, but you can peel it off carefully with an X-Acto knife.